In this video, we're going to show you how to install the fuel pressure regulator on your Toyota Tundra, located on the upper portion of the engine. Underneath the hood on the driver's side, you're going to locate the relay and fuse box right here. You want to go ahead and press down on this tab, lift up on this cover. You want to go ahead and locate the fuel pump relay, which is this one right here. You want to grab this and wiggle this up and out, disconnecting the unit. We'll set that aside. Now we want to go ahead and hop into the vehicle. We want to crank it over. We're going to let that engine die, releasing the fuel pressure from the rails. We can see that the engine dies pretty quickly. We're going to start it one more time. At this point here, the engine is no longer running and the fuel system has been depressurized. On the passenger side of the engine, just beside the upper plenum here, you're going to locate the fuel pressure regulator right here. It's a little canister looking unit. Now it's held in place by two 10mm bolts. There's a vacuum hose right here. So simply what we're going to do is start with this. You use some hose pliers here and just trying to twist this and pull that hose off. Now this just runs over to the air box itself. Inspect the rubber hose, check for any splits or anything like that. If it is split, you want to either replace the hose or cut off a little portion of the hose until you have some soft, pliable, good rubber. Get that ready for reinstallation later on. Now on the back side here, we have a fuel line coming up to the back with a clamp. We're going to use a pair of pliers. Slide that hose clamp back. Using a pair of hose pliers, we're going to go ahead and work that fuel line back and off. Make sure you're wearing safety glasses when doing a job like this. And you may even want to consider just taking a rag like this and tucking it underneath to catch any residual gas that might dribble out of that line. Go ahead and pop that hose off. There's a little bit of fuel leaking out of that, but it's nothing major. Using our 10mm 1/4 inch with our swivel and our extension, let's go ahead and loosen and remove these bolts. We are going to be reusing those bolts. This bolt I'm going to leave in place, and I'm going to go ahead and grab a magnet. There you have it. Now I want to take this unit, we're going to gently wiggle this up and out of the fuel rail. Now I'm pulling this out. There is a rubber grommet around here. So that is what helps seal this to the fuel rail itself. Be sure to install the O-ring by just slipping it over the neck here. Line this up. You want to slide this down into the fuel log or rail. And feel it pop into place. Let's go ahead and get our bolts started. I'm going to put the bolt on my magnet and put this down and in. Ideally, you want to go ahead and get this bolt started, a couple threads. Then we go ahead and run both of these bolts down and snug them down. And when tightening this here, once that bolt bottoms out, just give it a little bit more. You do want to make sure that it's good and snug. Do the same thing over here. Snug it down. I'm going to grab my hose pliers here. I'm going to flex this back a little bit. Work that line on. I want to go ahead and bring this clamp over. Now is a good time to inspect that hose clamp. Make sure that it's not rusted. Make sure that it's good securing and the tabs aren't bending. At this point here, Looks like it's on there pretty good and secured. Go ahead and take that vacuum hose. I'm going to line that up and slide that over. At this point here, we can install our relay. Line that up. Wiggle that down, make sure that it's fully flush. And it's always a good way to tell because it's pretty much flush with the relays beside it here. Now what we're going to do is we're going to install our cover. Then we're going to hop into the vehicle and we're going to turn the key 2 times to the on position, priming the fuel system. And we're going to inspect the regulator for any fuel leaks. And if there are no fuel leaks, we can go ahead and start the vehicle. We're going to prime our system by turning the key to the on position 2 times. And one more. And we'll go ahead and start the vehicle. With the engine running, we're going to go ahead and inspect the system, check for any fuel leaks from that fuel line coming in, and anything around the fuel rail or log itself. We're dry, and the engine is running perfect. At this point here, you can go ahead and take the vehicle for a road test.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.